Hello, hi. Hello, my friends. Hello, my friends. Hi. All right, let's get this out of the way. I got my hair cut, and I don't know how I feel about it. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. Not knowing how I feel about things and how it makes me sick inside, how it makes my head hurt and my body freak out. My name is Arlene Bishop. I am autistic with ADHD. I am late diagnosed. I am in my studio after a big adventure. And yeah, I want to do this for science. I'm doing it for science. I want to connect. These are the things I'm connecting. And I'm not a scientist. I have no idea what I'm talking about, except that I have lived this, and maybe you have lived this too. So if you have, let's talk. Okay, this is just a conversation. I want to talk about interoception and inflammation and how autism gives me a headache. All right, how's that for an intro? All right, here's the deal. Okay, let's talk about what is interoception. Interoception is how we feel, understanding how we feel, understanding how our body feels, understanding when we have a pain or an ache or where we are in the world. As I understand it, that's what interoception is. And autistics, like me, sometimes have a difficult time knowing those things, making those connections, understanding how I feel. Sometimes not knowing that I'm actually in pain, which I know sounds really weird, but it's true. Not knowing. Have you ever done that? Have you ever bumped yourself you just bumped yourself or whatever, and then later you've got a huge bruise? You're right, you have a huge bruise, and like, wow, you would think that for a bruise like that to happen, that would have been a painful thing. Okay, that can happen. And at other times, the signals are like way off. Like it's just part of the sensory overload thing, right? Like all of a sudden, why is my ankle hurting? There's no reason for my ankle to hurt. Why am I limping? Do I have to do this thing today that involves a lot of walking? And now my shoe makes my ankle hurt. Why? The same shoe I've been wearing forever, but it makes my ankle hurt. What does that mean? I think it means that the signals are just off, or my processing of the signals are off, or whatever it is. I wonder what that, I wonder if you can x-ray it. I wonder if you could do that. That'd be so cool. But I'm getting off track because I don't want to get off track. So this is me staying on track. Interoception. So that's what interoception is having a hard time. Yes, autistics like me, ADHD like me, ADHD like me, people like me sometimes have a hard time understanding how we feel. All right? Okay, so let's put that over there on the interoception side. Over here, I want to talk about co-morbidities, right? Are you a person like me who had so many medical things so many problems, so many complaints, so many, like, what the heck is wrong with me now? What is my problem now? My doctor is going to think that I'm a hypochondriac, but, right? A new problem, right? For years and years, on my left-hand side, I have had a pain. Oh my God, it's like literally 25 years now. 25 years of this pain coming and going. And sometimes getting terrible pain. And it's nothing. X-rays and tests and all the tests, all the tubes, all the cameras, everything. It's nothing. Nothing, really. One day, somebody a few years ago said, there appears to be some inflammation. All right, that's the first time I heard about inflammation. All right, inflammation. Okay, all right, inflammation. I put that over on this side, inflammation. So that was one of my things, this pain. I've had it for so long, I call it my companion. I say to my husband, my stupid companion is bugging me today, and he knows exactly what I'm talking about. And there's no fixing it. There's no fixing my companion. Who knows what it is? But there it is. It's a pain. It's a pain. All right? On my right side, are you keeping a list? On my right side, on my back, almost my back, kind of where my kidneys are, where my kidney is, I get a clenching, cramping pain. It happens. It just happens. All of a sudden, pain. Pain in my back. I walk like a duck because now I get this stupid pain. I've had it tested. I've had it looked at. I've had it probed. I live in Canada, so healthcare is available to me. Whenever I need it, healthcare is available to me. So it's been looked at, and the answer is nothing. There's nothing wrong with you. It's fine. Your kidneys are functioning fine. Fine. Fine, fine, fine. Right? Frustrating because that makes it sound like it's in my head. Makes it sound like I'm a crazy person complaining about something that doesn't exist. Okay, so there's that. And then a pain in my chest. A chest pain. A chest pain. Oh, maybe I'm having a heart attack. No, I'm not having a heart attack. They did find a hernia, right? What do you call it? Hiatus hernia, which is really common with people like me. Why does it happen? I don't know. It might have something to do with not understanding that the foods that I'm eating aren't good for me. Not understanding that I have heartburn. I don't know. Neither do they. Nobody knows. Why do I have this thing? How do I keep it down? All right, deal with that. Put it on the list. Put it on the list. It was finally a real thing. Finally a real thing. And then the thing that's lasted the longest all of my life, these headaches, these migraines, these freaking migraines, which I'm just getting over. I'm getting over a migraine right now. I am on day 2. And this is good for a day 2, but I'm doing this for science. So I'm doing this for science. A cool thing happens when I have migraines. A portion of my brain opens up. How weird does that sound? But I feel like a portion of my brain opens up. Once the pain starts to go, my brain is more open. I used to think that maybe that was because I am surviving. I have survived. So there's a bit of euphoria from it. But my stupid headaches, my stupid migraines, they last 24 hours or 48 hours or 72 hours. Not 6 hours. Not 12 hours. 24, 48, 72. All right? I've had my brain scanned many times. Many times. My brain is fine. My headaches are not an indication of anything. My headaches are just in my head. All right. So all of those things, what I stumbled upon in my research is that all of those things, the pain, my companion, the pain in my side, the pain that comes in my chest with my hernia thing, and my headache, they're all related to inflammation. Inflammation. And I don't know how flaky that is. I don't know what parts of the internet talk about this, if they're reputable or not. But I've been thinking about this for a while, and it kind of makes sense, especially now that I know that I'm autistic. And here is where I want to make the connection between inflammation and interoception. All right? Here it is. When there's a lot going on in my life, yeah, maybe there's not a lot going on in my life, but when sensory sensitivities happen, when things become too much, when the lights are too much, when I have a headache, lights are too much. But anyway, when lights are too much, when fluorescent lights are too much, when crowd noises are too much, when bird noises are too much, when clothing is too much, when heat is too much, when things are too much, when sounds are too much, when the ticking is too much, when the vibrating is too much, when the talking is too much, when the thinking is too much, when I have to think too much, when I have to think and think and think, not because I'm in a special interest and I'm fascinated and I want to go there, but when I have to go there, when I'm dragged there. Sometimes when my ADHD drags me there. But when I have to think, when I have to do these things, when the sensory becomes too much and I become inflamed inside. That's my theory. That's my theory. All right? An inflammation occurs. And I don't know how I feel. I don't make the connection. I don't feel my head ramping up, right? I don't feel my shoulders coming up. I don't feel that I've had my shoulders up to my ears for days. I don't feel that. I don't know that. I don't know that I haven't been drinking enough water. I think I have, but I actually don't know that I'm actually thirsty. Even though I have been drinking water, I don't realize that I'm thirsty, that I need more. I think I've been sleeping, but I don't realize that I need to be sleeping more. I don't realize that all the things are causing an inflammation that's happening because I'm a high masking person. Dude, I'm high masking. How else did I get to be 60 years old and not know that I'm autistic with ADHD? No, I'm just an eccentric artist. That's what I've been, an eccentric artist. Or if you don't like me so much, a weirdo. Or if you really don't like me, a freak. Or if you don't know me and I'm just doing this while I'm talking, dramatic or whatever. Whatever. I'm a high masking person. I know how to get along in a crowd, but I did my best to get along in a crowd, to get along with people. I did my best to mask and camouflage. And sometimes I did it consciously. Sometimes I consciously made an effort to be like other people because I wanted to be part of what was ever happening. Because I'm always on the outside. Always. Always end up on the outside. Even if I manage to get near the center, before long, I'm on the outside again. But trying. Sometimes I would consciously mask. Mostly unconscious. Unconsciously mirroring people, unconsciously doing their accents, unconsciously doing their body language, unconsciously changing my style of clothing, unconsciously changing the things that I was interested in, right? I like jazz. All of a sudden, I don't like jazz. I'm not dissing jazz. What I'm saying is that doing that and not knowing, not feeling in my body that was having an effect. And what was the effect? Inflammation. And then that inflammation made my companion hurt, made my kidney hurt, made my hernia hurt, made my head hurt. Right? Realizing way too late that my jaw hurts. I guess I've been clenching my jaw. I guess I've been grinding my teeth. It's just taken that long for me to figure out that's how I feel. I got an inflammation. Now let me connect this to a bigger thing called emotions. Emotionally getting inflamed. I have a hard time understanding how I feel. And I came by that very honestly, I think. Well, I think for one thing, it's the way my brain is built. There might be some sort of a wiring thing. But there's also the way I was brought up, the way I was trained as a girl, as a daughter, as a member of society. I was trying to not, when I reacted the wrong way, I was told I was reacting the wrong way. I was informed that the way I was looking was the wrong way to look. The way I was standing, stand differently. The way I was answering, answer differently. I learned how to do it differently. I learned that I needed to understand how other people felt about things so that I could feel the same way too, because that was the right way to feel. That was the safe way to feel. So whatever way I felt, that way was probably going to be the wrong way. I needed to suppress it. Isn't that why that's so great when I would meet somebody, when I would have a conversation, when I could actually talk about the way that I felt about something, and that person understood me and we got along and we had a great conversation? What a great feeling that was, which is why I want to talk about it with you here. Wow, I'm so excited. Am I getting inflamed? Am I inflaming myself? But I'm so excited to be able to talk about this here because I feel like there's a community here. I met people. You are there. And when I tell you this, I feel like really it's the first time that I've been with a bunch of people that a bunch of people reflect back to me. Yes, that's how they feel. They know that. They know what I'm talking about. I'm not getting the side eye here. I'm not getting the corrections here. I'm not getting doused. It's great. It's a great feeling. I so appreciate that. I so appreciate being able to share this with you. What was I talking about? Emotions. Okay, so one of the things that happens when I get my headaches, when I get my stupid, awful headaches, I need to take care of myself, which I guess I should segue into what do I do? What do I do about this inflammation? Maybe this is helpful for you. If you have any of those things, if you have comorbidities, if you've wondered if inflammation is part of your autism, this is what I have been doing for years to try to make myself be able to get back into society. Because that's what happens, right? My companion happens, my back happens, my chest happens, my head happens. I can't be with society. I can't do things. I can't go out. I go to bed. I'm in the dark. It cuts me off. I think it's because I don't listen to my body or my brain. Somebody is telling me that I should stop, and I don't listen to that. Maybe that's a little bit of the drive for autonomy, right? The saying no. Sometimes don't tell me what to do, even when it's me telling me what to do. I just drag myself to the end of things. Like, I need to finish this. Just keep going, don't stop. I'm not allowed to stop. I was trained not to stop, and it's in me to not stop. Right? If I got a special interest, I go, 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 go. Or if I have an obligation and I want to do well, I will drag myself, kicking and screaming, to the finish line. I will do it. And if I don't stop, my body will stop me for me. It'll say like, okay, fine, you're done. You can just go to bed for 3 days now. If Arlene, if you're not going to stop, we will stop you on your behalf. I think that's what happens. And it does it with inflammation. So how do I take care of myself? Okay, right. First of all, isolation. Yeah, I need isolation. I can't be with people. I can't help other people, which is always my inclination. I can't communicate with other people. Very little communication. I can't give of myself. I have to be selfish. I must be on my own. I must have my quiet time. I usually need to be in the dark, at least not in the light. Do not use the bright light when I'm in this state. I need control. Maybe that's part of it too. That's when I have to put myself on a schedule to drink water. I must be holding a drinking vessel, and I must be drinking constantly. I must be. I need to It's like super hydrate myself. I have to eat my safe foods, which is my curse. That is my curse. My safe foods aren't very healthy foods. When I've got a headache, the only thing I can eat are potato chips. They're crisps. The salt, the crunch, Lay's, half salted or fully salted, plain chips. That's what I need. They're not good for me. But otherwise, I can't eat anything. The idea of eating anything else makes me sick. Makes me vomit. I can't eat anything else. I would love to eat something healthy and find that to be the thing that makes me feel better, but it doesn't. It makes me sick and it makes my head worse. It's a disaster. Or, as they say in French, désastre. What am I saying? All right. My safe food. Okay. Quiet. Yes. Cold. Cold. And warm. Cold and warm. This was sort of the part of where I started making the inflammation connection. I read an article about physical injury, right? A muscle injury, and how cold and warm alternating helped. So I started doing that. That's what I do with my head. Ice pack on my head, then heating pad on my head. Then ice pack on my head, then heating pad on my head. Or on my side, or on my back. It's a whole thing. This house, we have a whole collection of ice packs of different shapes, and they're ready to go. We have a thing that wraps around my head. It's called my crown. Did you want to know that? Well, I'm telling you, it does. I have an ice pack for my head. Right? What am I talking about? What am I talking about? Stay on task, Carly. Do it. Stay. Hot and cold. All right. I have hot and cold showers. Sometimes several in a day. If I'm falling apart, several in a day. In the water, as warm as I can stand it for a few minutes. And then quickly shift to cold as I can stand it for a few minutes. I go back and forth, back and forth. The idea for a migraine is that it helps the vessels, the blood vessels, stop constricting and, stop constricting. That's the idea. So that's the concept that I use, hot and cold. All right, those are my remedies. Are those all my remedies? I think those are all my remedies. You know, it's interesting that always happens. This always happens, and this is where the emotional connection is. I'm in the shower, and I feel sad. I feel so sad. And then I wonder, should I cry? I feel like crying. And then I think, but if I cry, is it going to make my head worse? And then I think, will I feel better if I cry, or will I feel worse if I cry? Why am I thinking about should I or shouldn't I cry? If I feel like crying, I should just cry. Right? And this is why I could make this connection today for you. Because a lot of times when I have these things and I have the crying feeling, should I be crying? Am I upset? Should I be crying? I don't know really what I'm upset about. Have I been disrespected, or have I been involved in a misunderstanding that's been really frustrating? Maybe. Okay, yeah, that's upsetting. But I know right now that I am upset. My mother just passed away, right? My mother just died. I was with my mother died. That is upsetting. I am sad about that. So yeah, Arlene, you're sad. I'm sad. So maybe that emotional upset and not knowing that I'm upset, maybe that emotional thing is inflammation as well. My emotions are inflamed. There you go. So I wanted to make that connection. Interoception and inflammation. And I've done it for science. And we'll talk about my hair another time. Yeah, because I don't know how I feel about it, because it takes me a while to figure out how I feel about things. I hope this wasn't a long video. I don't know. How long have I been talking? I'm not ready to start making big plans yet. I got a lot going on. In a few days, I gotta go give my mama a eulogy and stuff. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah. You take care of yourself, okay? Thank you for all your notes. And you take care of yourself. And I'll take care of myself, too. Let's take care of each other. I like that. I like that that's happening. That is so awesome. Let's take care of some other people. I don't know if you're watching the news, which can be really inflaming. That causes some inflammation for sure. People need help. And I will see you really soon. Please like and join this community. There are so many wonderful people that are joining. I'm so lucky. Thank you. And I will see you soon, my friends. Bye-bye.